Canada's ambassador to the United States is Kirsten Hillman. She got the job in March, but before that, she was deputy ambassador and played a key role in trade negotiations, so she knows the U.S. well. She's a diplomat and so isn't picking sides in this election, but she does acknowledge there is a great deal at stake. I spoke to her earlier and started by asking how the last 4 years have tested the relationship between Canada and the U.S.
You know, the last 4 years have, as Canadians know, seen us renegotiate the NAFTA with the U.S. administration, and that was a process that wasn't always easy. It had its ups and downs and its challenging moments, but the benefit of those discussions was that it allowed us to really build a lot of strong relationships with this administration, the Trump administration, and many of our colleagues in the Senate and in the House on the Hill. And I think that, you know, it's those relationships that have helped us a lot in recent months as we've been trying to manage some of the challenges of COVID together. So like any really deep and profound relationship, there are tests from time to time. But when you have strong relationships, right from the leaders on down to the officials that are dealing with each other every single day, then, you know, we can get through a lot of things together. And the past few months have shown that they're very effective relationships that we have in place.
Well, yeah, and right now there is a lot to get through. The border is closed. There's no end in sight to the pandemic. Canada and the U.S. are both in recession. Where do you see a bright spot, if you see one, in that picture?
Well, you know, the bright spot I see is that the cooperation that we've been able to have with the U.S. government and U.S. stakeholders and governors over the course of the pandemic. I think you mentioned the border restrictions on non-essential travel. I think that's a really good example because we were able to come to a decision back in March on restricting non-essential travel between Canada and the U.S. And just to put that in context, our border has, on average, in a normal times, 400,000 crossings every single day. It's the busiest land border in the world. And if you think about the magnitude of the decision, the fact we could do it so quickly is a real testament to our cooperation, collaboration, and our understanding that we really are partners that need each other in many, many ways.
You know, Canadians are watching this election very closely. There's concern about how partisan and divided the U.S. is right now. What would you say to Canadians, and what will you be watching for on Tuesday night?
We are all watching the U.S. election. Canadians are watching it. Americans are watching it. The world is watching it. And that's a testament to the role that they play in our world. So we will watch, and we will have confidence in the Americans to choose their leadership and move on and continue to play a very, very important role in our society and our world.
Ambassador Hillman, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
And you can see the full interview with the ambassador on our website, globalnews.ca/globalnational.